Hi, everybody. My name is Rita Crumpton, and I am the president and CEO of Archimedes Offspring. So please bear with us as we get through some of these changes that YouTube has made. I'd take the blame for it if it was my fault, but they changed protocols. So we're kind of scrambling to figure all of that out. Yesterday, I did manage to get some live videos going that talked about why all of the inventors were in DC last week. And I think it's really important, go back and look for it. We'll be posting a lot of writings on my website and on Facebook about why we were there protecting inventors' rights. But today I want to talk about the other reason we were there. There were inventors from all over the country and sorry about that. Inventors from all over the country who were there to learn about, what goes on at the USPTO, how the different inventor groups are relating to each other and sharing information. And there were a couple of different presentations, and one of them was about funding. And funding for inventors is always an issue. I don't know anybody that's got a money tree growing in their backyard. We always joke about that. Some people joke about, being able to print their own funds or using the kids' college education fund or whatever. The issue is it's a problem. Nobody comes to me and says, oh, yay, I've got $250,000 to throw at this. Can you help me? If they did, I would say, you betcha. But people don't. And the people I work with, if they're listening to me, we are very frugal with the way we go through those dollars, because you're going to end up spending more on the back end than you do on the front end. And even though people get all testy about how much they spent on the patent, that's usually the least amount of their worries. So what did we learn in DC? That's what I'm trying to get to. Same old, same old. All right. And I guess that was a little bit gratifying in the fact, when they have the funding discussion, it's like, the SBA and the government funding and programs for this group of people and programs for that group of people. And it always is based on either your ethnicity, your gender, or your credit score. And even when somebody says, well, it's the 5 C's. No, it's basically your credit score and can you pay it back if your idea is a flop. Banks want their money back. I can't say as I blame them if it's a loan. So what is your option? Archimedes Offspring is the option. It was the only one there. We were the only group in DC that was talking about a funding option for inventors that was based on the merit of the invention. The only one. Nobody else cared about what you had invented. They all wanted to know, do you qualify based on this criteria, or do you have the ability to credit score to pay it back? Well, really? When they say do a business plan, bring us your business plan. Honestly, at that point, you should run as fast as you can. You don't have a business yet. How can you do a business plan? There's nothing to base it on. So when we're talking about now the merits of the invention, right, we want to see an independent search done, comprehensive search done that's based on the USPTO classifications, that's based on an international search and a product search. It's amazing how many things go to market and there's not a patent on them, but they're still part of the public domain. They impact your ability to get a patent. All right. And the other thing is the 2.5-year blind spot at the USPTO. Now, it's a legitimate blind spot. They're not trying to hide anything. A provisional is never made public. And once you do file the utility, it's 1.5 years before it gets through the pipeline and published. So there's a reason for that. But most inventors don't sit on it. They will go to a trade show. They'll build a website. So we take a product search very seriously. And then we want a patentability opinion that's done by a registered patent attorney, not you. All right. Sorry, but we need an independent voice on that. So then we have you fill out the application. We look at, on the application, it doesn't ask if you're male or female, because we don't care. All right. We want to know how good is the invention. All right. Because the investors, they want to know, do you ever look at the back of a package and say invented by a woman? No, I don't. All right. You want to look at the price tag. Does it work? Does it have good reviews? All right. Who invented it at that point really doesn't matter. It's the quality of the invention that we're looking at. Just like VCs do, they look at basically the quality of the product or the startup. They're dealing more with startups. we can, but we're really looking at that early stage and, can we monetize it? Can we get it into the marketplace successfully? So that was really exciting. When I announced Archimedes Offspring and what we were doing, people were crazy about getting over to get the information. They wanted my business cards. They wanted the flyers. It was really a lot of fun to be able to go and talk to people about the value of Archimedes Offspring, that it's new, that we were just launching it. People were so excited to participate, and we are excited to have you. So inventors out there, if you are the head of an inventor group, if you are an inventor, if you know other inventors, please tell them about Archimedes Offspring. It is the new kid on the block, and we are so excited that truly now we look at the merits of the invention. When I get somebody who says, oh, we've got something, new and novel, that's great, because you know what? I'm not going to ask you for your credit score. I don't care, because we are really looking at the merits of that invention. When we're getting ready then to put the money into an escrow account, all right, it doesn't go directly to you. It goes into an escrow account. All right, it's going to pay the service providers directly. And this is what we find so exciting, and that's what everybody else found so exciting too. They want to participate. The inventors in DC are excited to participate, and I want you to be excited as well. So I will be doing another video tomorrow. We'll talk more about kind of that vetting process that we're going through. We are actively vetting now inventors over the next 2 weeks. So if you are interested, put your invention into us. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. The teamwork that goes into it, the people are going to give you advice. They're going to point you in the right direction. It costs $25 to go through the vetting process. And if you're not chosen, we're going to give you your money back. So you've got nothing to lose and everything to gain by getting the good mentoring that's going to happen. And that was one of the things, when we went up on Capitol Hill, that Josh made very clear, the inventor of Bunch of Balloons, if he had not licensed his intellectual property to the toy company, he would never have been able to fight for the ownership of his patents, and he would never have been able to pay for it and win the lawsuit. So having Archimedes Offspring behind you to protect you, don't overlook that as a real value add to the inventors. So my name is Rita Crompton. You can reach me at Rita@Archimedes Offspring. Share with your friends. Share with your families. We are here to make you successful.